Hi everyone, Dr. Tirgari here with Avalon Laser. Today we're talking about a very common problem, dark eye circles. I'm going to talk to you about how to fix them, how to prevent them, how to treat them, how to take care of them. Nobody likes them, it's ugly. And generally speaking, we get a lot of these people in our practice talking to us about how do we fix these dark eye circles. Oh my God. Well, that's what we're going to learn today. So at the end of this video, you're going to find out some of those common things that you can do to fix or prevent or to treat dark eye circles. Are you ready? Here you go. First thing I always talk about is prevention and doing things at home that you can do and that will be absolutely instrumental to helping take care of this at home. There's no benefit to going to a doctor and getting all these things fixed if you're doing things at home that are hurting your case, okay? So the first thing was maybe the most obvious thing is obviously sleep. Now, this may seem like an easy thing. I know you got kids, I know you go to school, I know you work the day shift and the night shift, but it's imperative that you get sleep. Without sleep, nothing else you do is gonna matter. And of course, speaking from experience, sleep is absolutely one of those things that will wreck your eyes and make things really difficult for you. And I don't get sleep anytime, but that's just me, and it is what it is. Let's talk about sleep. Things that you can do to maintain your sleep is avoid caffeine late at night, avoid those sugary drinks, avoid eating too late, avoid keeping the lights on late at night. You want to make sure that you have a dark and dim environment, at least an hour or two before you go to bedtime, and this helps facilitate a restful environment that'll help you sleep better, okay? Don't watch horror movies, okay? Don't read, intensive stuff. Don't occupy your mind with things that are gonna make you stressed out right before sleep. So maintain good sleep hygiene, and that's one of the most important things that you can do for dark eye circles. Number 2, allergies. A lot of people are allergic to things that they don't even know about, and that's important that you fix and address these things ahead of time, because allergies will cause dark eye circles and they will wreak havoc, okay? So one of the things you want to do is make sure you're not allergic to something. If your eyes are puffy and dark, something to think about checking with your doctor, okay? Not that common, but worth mentioning. Third thing is hydration. We are chronically dry, okay? We don't get enough hydration in our diet. A lot of times we drink things like coffees and sodas and things that are diuretics that can rob our bodies of vital hydration. If you are dehydrated, it will show up around your eyes. First and foremost, your eyes will be sunken. The first place it shows is around your eyes. So yeah, we talk about getting puffy eyes. Believe it or not, puffy eyes can actually be an overcompensation to dehydration. More commonly, however, your eyes are going to be sunken. As the gap underneath your eyes decreases, more of the capillary bed becomes more visible, and so that darkness begins to show itself on the surface. Hydration is key for maintaining good skin health and maintaining improvement in dark eye circles. So next thing is, of course, diet. So you may have known this, there are certain deficiencies in certain vitamins that can be contributing to dark eye circles. To get ahead of these things, obviously you want to eat foods that are very rich in water. Watermelon is very commonly associated with improvement in dark eye circles. So, watermelon is one thing. Dark green leafy vegetables have a lot of iron, have a lot of things like B vitamins that can absolutely help you with reducing dark eye circles. Now there's some other foods like tomatoes, which are known to help with this process, and also cucumbers. Yeah, of course, you put the cucumbers on your eye, it looks really good, go to the spa, you see those little cucumber things on your eyes. But also ingesting them is also known to help with dark eye circles. So you want to maintain them as part of your normal diet. Nuts are helpful. They contain a lot of vitamin E. Vitamin E is very helpful for that. Blueberries are very helpful. These are just a few of the foods that you want to be concentrating on to help you with reducing dark eye circles. We talked a little bit about the prevention. We talked a little bit about diet and hydration. Let's talk about the treatments. I always like to start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. So let's talk about topicals. Now, there's lots of topicals out there that can brighten. Over-the-counter ones aren't as effective as prescription strength ones. We have one that I formulated that contains a combination of different agents, about 5 different bleaching agents. We use it for dark eye circles all the time. We also use it for skin damage and sun damage and pigmentation issues. These are prescription strength. These are ones that contain things like hydroquinone, kojic acid, azelaic acid, mulberry extract, etc., etc., etc. For most people, over the counter things are probably just fine, but you want to start with those first and see if they help. And it's usually going to take a few weeks if you're doing things at home that we talked about just now, as well as a bleaching agent. They work synergistically together to help with that. But let's say you've been doing some topicals at home and it hasn't been helping you. Okay, what's next? Bleaching peels. Now, bleaching peels are something we use in our practice all the time. They contain a variety of different things. The most commonly used one is going to be salicylic acid at strengths and concentrations that can help bleach the skin. Now this works on the top layer of the skin, right? Salicylic agents do penetrate up to a certain point, but not all the way down. So as a general rule, if the pigmentation is more superficial, bleaching peels do work very well. And it's important to note that you don't often peel. Sometimes the bleaching action alone is enough. Next step, let's talk about fillers. As your eyes get more sunken and hollow, oftentimes the capillary bed underneath becomes more visible, and this appears as dark eye circles. Now the treatment for this isn't to bleach the skin, it's to put some substrate in between. So over time, as you get older or as you get more hollows under the eyes, simply putting some dermal fillers into that space will be enough to lighten and brighten the eyes by itself. It'll also help fix those hollows. Make sure you're going to an experienced practitioner. Make sure they're using a good technique. Make sure they're using the appropriate fillers. We can talk about this in another video, which we will. And we're going to talk about this in our dermal filler video, which is going to be upcoming, to tell you which fillers are best suited for this very delicate area under the eye, and making sure that you use the right fillers so you avoid lumps. Finally, I'm going to leave this to last, lasers. Now there's a variety of lasers that we use in our practice to help brighten, and obviously we're not going to reach for those first. We're going to talk to you about your sleep habits, we're going to talk to you about your diet and nutrition, we're going to talk to you about your stress levels, we're going to talk to you about all those things. That's just good medical practice, right? Before we jump to doing peels and fillers and ultimately lasers. But if you do get to the point to where lasers are necessary, typically we start with IPL lasers, which is simply intense pulse light, also known as BBL, broadband light, and then we'll maybe upgrade it to something like a fractional laser or something else that will help brighten those dark circles, okay? I hope this video is informative to you. This is the first in several that will be coming down the pipeline that will talk about this very, very common problem and help you get this thing resolved. Come visit us at the website below, www.avalon-laser.com, or give us a call if you want to talk to one of our staff and learn more, 1-800-896-1138. I hope you found this useful. Take good care. Bye-bye.